Welcome back, everybody. All right, so today I'm pretty excited because we got all this stuff done and dried. So we're going to be able to put our chassis together. First things first is we've got a decal to put in the gas tank. So I'm going to drop that in the warm pond right now. Whoops, there you go. I just wanted to talk about my hood for a second. I've got a impurity, whatever you want to call it, right here. I got some kind of mark. So what I'm gonna do, I think the best thing to do is I'm just gonna sand that back down, wet sand it, and then I'll paint it again. And hopefully after that we'll be ready for gloss on that. Let's check that now. See if we got some slippage. We do. I'm just gonna slip this on. Gonna brush our magical decal. Sealer. There we go. Got that done. All right, we're going to assemble our rear axle here. We're going to put the springs on that. I'm just going to slip right on like that. Once I got the pegs clean of paint and that clean of paint. So let's start doing this. We got one on. There you go. I'm both on. I'll let that set a little bit before we put it onto the chassis, because I want to still be able to move the springs around, just in case I don't have them perfectly lined up. All right, let that set up a little bit. I'll drop some glue. Gently set it in there. I'm not going to push on the axle at all. There you go. Make sure the rear's set in. There we go. All set. Of course, jumped ahead as usual. I have to take those off to reset them. We will. But I'm supposed to put the exhaust on first. Let's do that. All right, now we're going to put our exhaust on. I'll put a little glue on the head of here. I'll put a little glue. There's a little slot right there, hole, what you want to call it, for the back end to slip into. Okay. Okay. All right, so I got the exhaust on. This is a major problem of mine that I battle with all the time, and I have no idea. Obviously, I'm always putting one header on the wrong place. And I know eventually it's going to have to line up with the exhaust. But I don't know how to rectify that. Suppose I could try to mess around with the engine while it's in the with the header while the engine's sitting in its rack, but yeah. Any suggestions on how to be sure that you got the exhaust in the right place would be greatly appreciated. So I did decide to move the header. So I got it somewhat where it's supposed to be. It's not lined up exactly. Tending to stick out a little bit that way. There we go. We got it all put in. So that's our chassis. We gotta put in the shock absorbers. Let's get those. There we go. Okay, so here we go with the shock absorbers. I did check the fit.
Who is this woman? I don't know. I have no idea. I was just listening and she came on. This is like a penthouse then. Why can't I meet women like this? Come on. Wait. Where was the tape recorder? It was in the back of the room.
There we go.
She must have been sitting right in front of
One.
All right. How are you going to find out who this is? Good question. Where's the volume? Tell her. I want to hear her reaction. This woman left this really sexy message on Jerry's tape.
All right, we got the shocks on. There's a little bit of touch up I need to do on the tops of those. There you go, this is the chassis. Not going to put the tires on the car right now because that's going to dry up. All right, these usually fit fairly tight. Snap those in there. we go. I'm all snapped in. Let's pick out which rims we want to use. For me, it's an easy decision. I'm going to use these rims, because on my 68 I had Craigers, and these resemble Craigers. Got these all sanded, filed, all in good shape. So let's stick them into our wheels, shall we? Again, these snap in pretty tight, so I don't tend to glue them. It's a pretty sharp looking wheel. Alright, got our hood, got our little sponge sander. I'll dip it in the water there. See if we can do something about that crack, or I don't know what it is. All I know is it's not looking the way it should. Alright, I got that sanded. Tried to feather out as far as I could. Hopefully it'll blend right in. I'm going to wash this, and then I'm going to paint it. I'm not going to paint it today though. I'll paint it tomorrow. I'm going to take a break. And thank you for joining me. Please click the like button and subscribe and share. It would help me tremendously. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time, and God bless.